Life begun with blackest darkness, eyes thrown open with hottest fire. Thoughts annealed with clearest vision, hearts confined with strongest chains. Strength renewed with surest spirit. Absolution, the scorpion's string. Few light mechs from the Succession Wars can hit quite as hard as the Commando. The reputation was earned through fights in countless wars dating back to the days of the Star League. A creation of the Lyran Commonwealth, they jealously coveted the design even from Kerensky's Star League forces, as the entire League was on the precipice of collapse. Still, some Lyran units did end up fighting alongside Kerensky's SLDF, and commandos were present in the Exodus fleet. The Commando is 25 tons of pluck and grit, with a good mixture of speed, acceptable armor coverage, and a good punch in the form of SRMs and the good old reliable Defiance medium laser. Popular among the Mechwarriors that piloted it, the soldiers that fought alongside it, and the bane of enemies of the Lyran Commonwealth, the Commando more than deserved a second look by the clans. Following the second Exodus, new commandos were produced primarily by clans Smoke Jaguar and Goliath Scorpion. They saw value in having a swift light that could hit way above its weight while still being able to operate as a scout. Eventually, the mech was due for an upgrade, and Goliath Scorpion engineers stepped up with an official 2C design. The Commando 2C would remain at 25 tons and would keep its standard 150 fusion engine. The top speed of 97 km per hour is also the same as the original. 1 ton of the mech's mass is shaved off through the use of Model ML225 endosteel for the mech's internal structure. A half ton of that is added back in standard armor, providing slightly better protection for the 2C over its inspiring cousin. The upgrades to the Build 1685-2 Tacticom communication system and the Mark 11 IHADS targeting and tracking system brought the Commando 2C up to modern clan standards. Additionally, a tweak here and there in the structure of the mech gave it a low and narrow profile, which helps it keep running even under sustained fire. The major change from the original Commando is found in the weapons loadout. The Commando 2D was armed with an SRM-6, SRM-4, and a medium laser, along with 2 tons of SRM ammo. That's 8 tons of weaponry, which is quite good for a 25-ton Intersphere battle mech. The Commando 2C has 8.5 tons to play with, which doesn't seem like a big jump until you factor in that the clan SRM systems weigh half as much as their Intersphere counterparts. That allowed the Commando 2C to carry an SRM-6, 3 SRM-4s, and still have 2 tons left over for a couple of ER medium lasers. Doing some math on the back of a Zero box, that's a theoretical 50 damage in an Alpha Strike if every one of those SRMs hit. If you need a minute to calm down, I understand. Now, that Alpha Strike would push you into the red on the heat scale, even with the included 10 double heat sinks, but it's not egregious. It's a sometimes treat. Like stopping to get a milkshake after a 4-hour-long road trip. Only in this case, it's brutally murdering some helpless Mechwarrior in his Stinger, Valkyrie, or Jenner. This Commando 2C design served the Goliath Scorpions well in the early years following its first production in 2856. In one notable raid against Clan Hellhorses in 2872, Commando 2Cs were used to quickly flank around a much larger Horse's force and hit them from multiple sides. The resulting win secured valuable genetic resources needed by the Goliath Scorpions at the time. Unfortunately, just as with many of the other 2C designs, the clans adopting and going kinda all in on the Omni-Mech technology left the Commando 2C behind as a second-line clan mech. Reports from Clan Wolf erroneously claim that the mech has 1.5 times as much armor as the original, but I don't think that 4.5 is 1.5 times as much as 4. Then again, I did go to public school, so what can I do? The damage boost from the original 2D to 2C is substantial, and the mech really does feel like it makes the most out of its 25 tons. Ammunition can be a concern in longer engagements after sustained SRM fire, but if you're living that long at all in a 25-ton mech, good for you! Get back to the rear and get reloaded. New inner sphere variants of the Commando do narrow the gap in lethality between the 2C and the Commando, but overall the 2C is still going to hold the edge most of the time. Because the Commando 2C was developed along with the rise of the Omni-Mech, the number of Commando 2Cs out there across the clans are extremely limited. It tends to be found on second line, or third line, or fourth line units dedicated to keeping the peace or hunting down pirates far from major engagements. The use of SRMs and the existence of very effective light Omni-Mech designs left the Commando C a footnote in clan history, even though those who actually pilot it speak fondly of how it handles and how much damage it can dish out. One interesting historical note comes to us from the years of the Word of Blake kerfuffle, where the Eridani Light Horse was in charge of holding the second SLDF position on Huntress. Lisa Armstrong, part of the ELH, fought to retain their holdings under multiple challenges from the other clans who wished to absorb or kick the ELH off the planet and out of clan space. Eventually, in a trial against the Goliath Scorpions, Armstrong's mech, a Commando, was destroyed. She, along with the rest of the planetside ELH, were absorbed into Goliath Scorpion. Armstrong would win her trial to become a warrior within the clan, and the mech she was assigned was a Commando 2C. Now, while there were no official variants to the Commando 2C, we're going to make one, because it's my channel and I can burn it down with nonsense if I want to. The Commando 2C Mechwarrior edition remains 25 tons, keeps the engine in endosteel, but converts the armor to ferrofibrous to increase the number of armor points to 86. 3 jump jets are added to give the mech a little bit more maneuverability in an urban environment, and the standard complement of weaponry is removed in favor of an SRM-6 in the center torso, 4 small pulse lasers, and an ER small laser. This close-range scrapper would be excellent at mowing down infantry or even hunting down other light mechs once it gets within close range. It would also be nice to have an alternative to the standard loadout if you wanted a more energy-focused Commando 2C experience. I'll leave it up to you to tell me if it works or if I'm off the ball. It's okay, I can take it. So why do we love the Commando 2C? I think the best answer is that it reminds us of just how good the original Commando is for that time period of inner sphere tech. It's the plucky man-in-armor running light mech that hits way above its weight. That's pretty cool. If you run a Commando 2C, let me know how it went. I have not had the opportunity to ever play it before, but my interest in it is growing. Now, if you were going to do an upgraded version of the Commando 2C, how would you build it? If you're interested in giving the Commando 2C MF version a try, I've uploaded the PDF to a Dropbox link, and it's in the video comments below. So slightly shorter a video today than usual for the plucky Commando 2C, but thank you for coming by, and I'll see you again very soon. Don't forget to hit all the buttons to make YouTube's algorithm happy. Take care, and go make the world a slightly better place today and tomorrow.